There he is.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Fuck, dude, it's been a minute, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we did our coaching license together, 2016, something like that.
Because
That was crazy. It was a while ago. That's how long it's been.
it's been a roller coaster, man. I see you coaching. I seen you've been in the Galaxy for a second in 2016.
Yeah, man. That was Galaxy. Right now, well, the coaching, I'm getting my D. I'm on my D right now.
Nice,
And
man.
then so that's what we're going at. Yeah, man. Since let's see, from 2016, I coached for the Galaxy for about a year and a half,
Uh,
doing part of their youth programs. That was fun. Then
yeah,
well,
how was that?
it was great, man. It was probably one of the greatest coaching experience I've probably had working with probably one of the biggest clubs in the MLS. Very recognizable in the states, probably now in the world. Because of David Beckham. But other than that, I mean, it was good. It was really good. You got to see some of the stuff that's behind the action. You get to know about the tryouts and players and different types of young kids coming in and out the club. But yeah, it was fun.
I could only imagine, man. Were you guys at the Torrance location next to the futsal?
So, what Galaxy was in my department, where I was on the youth side of coaching. So,
Okay,
Galaxy had that Torrance Center
okay.
off of Maple, the Toyota Center, the right across the street from the
Yeah.
Toyota Sports Complex. They've got that probably when I was there, or maybe just a little bit after 2015.
Okay.
And sometimes that we would do camps there.
Okay.
So most of the stuff we'd be doing camps. We would go out to local regions like AYSO regions and help out with their programs, similar to what I do now. And that was it. And then the stuff that we did back at the center, Galaxy Center, or Galaxy, or the Stub Hub at the time, which it was called. Now it's called the Diggity. I mean the Dignity, right? The Dignity, the
Yeah.
Diggity. Going
Diggity
down
sounds cool. That's
the
good.
Diggity, right? The Diggity. That's what my friends call it. My friends call it the Diggity because they're going to, getting down, but they call it the Diggity.
That's what's
But
up.
yeah, I used to be out in the Carson location, StubHub, like I said at the time, and we'd be on the backfields, and I would be a part of hosting the Galaxy Two tryouts, doing camps, summer camps, spring camps, everything. I even did some goalkeeper training.
That's sick. I noticed that. I think his name is Javier. I think he's at beach right now.
Yeah, the Arcos.
The
Oh,
Arcos, yeah, man.
Juanito. Yeah, the Arcos. Yeah, that's the boy.
Uh,
Galaxy fans, lots of good people. You interact with a lot of.
the Arcos, I played with them at LA Harbor back in.
Okay, he's a
So
crack, bro. He's a baller. Yes, he
good
is
player to have
hustling.
on your side, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think maybe last year or the year before, we were actually playing a not pickup, but I invited him out to play out at the Toyota Center,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I was playing with some troncos, bro. I was playing with some troncos. He saw me out there. He was like, "Bro, you need help?" I was like, "Bro, yeah, please."
Code Red.
Yeah. He said, "Hey, I think he said, yeah, I'll come back next week." If we'll never showed up again.
He saw the quality. He's like, dude, I got time.
He was like, "Ruben, you're the tronco too." I was like, "I know." That's why we need you.
No, man. No, you got down. I remember we did the little practice test sessions at the end, remember?
Yeah, yeah. I think
With
I probably had just got off my knee surgery, and I was
oh,
barely
you
playing.
got you just got another a recent injury, man. I saw you getting down at a therapy fitness physical therapy location, if you will.
Yeah.
What happened there, man?
So when you first met me, I think it was 2015. So 2015 was ongoing based off. Going into 2016, I had tore my ACL meniscus on my right leg.
That's
That's
yeah.
my first knee surgery. Then 2 years later, in 2017, I tore my meniscus again in my right leg. It's
Dude.
just a simple orthoscopic scrape, get that done.
Hmm.
Then the next year in 2018, I tore my ACL and meniscus on my left leg. So now I was going to my my third knee surgery
Yeah.
in like 3 years, but I didn't get it done. My knee surgery, I didn't get it done till last year. Oh, no, not last year, 2 years ago
Okay.
in 2019. So I was grinding all of 2020, just getting my knee a lot better and a lot stronger.
Damn, dude, I can only imagine. I've had a number of injuries, but the ACL is the most trickiest one in soccer, dude. So
Yeah.
my yeah, My respects, dude, because anybody who could bounce back and give it another attempt, it's tough, man. It's tough because then you put what happens with the injury is that you end up putting that weight on the other leg, and the other leg isn't ready to bear that type of weight, right?
Hmm.
So you end up injuring it, as well as you're recovering the other one,
Hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
tying it back to you, man, I could only imagine, dude, just one after the other, man. It's just, yeah,
Yeah.
it was dope seeing you, do those sprints, hopping and stuff like that, because I could tell you were smiling from ear to ear, dude. Like, good to see you back. I want to go ahead and introduce you, man, because you got a lot of club experience, a lot of soccer. You have your academies, you have your high school. So why
Mhm.
don't you go ahead, if you could do me the honors, man, just let the people know, let the world know your colorful background, dude.
All right. So, if you don't know, then now you know. My name is Ruben. I've been, coaching for now 10 years now.
Okay.
I've played club locally out here with Pats, and then you have local Long Beach teams, Greater Long Beach, and FC Long Beach. But I took more into a coaching, career with when I had my sister. She asked me to help her trainer, and I just trained at the park every day. And then her coach at the time was Slammers, I believe, or Strikers, one of the two. And he
Mhm.
said, "Hey, why don't you come along and help me out with at least an assistant coach with the Strikers Club?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, whatever." I went. So from the age of 16, that's where I started my coaching career. I was coaching like an assistant coach, I can say, at the club level, my sister.
Okay.
Then once I had got my license when I turned 18, I started coaching for Pat Theodora's Huntington Beach. Then from Pat Theodora's Huntington Beach, I went to Galaxy. From Galaxy, I went to Olympiacos for a quick spell, and then from Olympiacos, I was still coaching club. I went to coach high school, Jordan High School in North Long Beach. I was there for 2 years. I did the frosh off 1 year, and then the next year I became the varsity coach. And then after that, I was coaching out in Huntington Beach with a local program called South Coast Soccer Academy for a little bit.
Okay.
And then I really found where I took my coach career off, I believe, is now where I'm working at now is at First Touch Soccer. First Touch, I've been with them for now 4 years since 2017. They've helped me tremendously. Now they help me get my club team at AYSO United Pacific. I have three teams now: boys 2006, girls 2008. Now just formed a girls 2010 team, and yeah, that's my coaching career. And to be honest, like my coaching career really took off when I had my first knee surgery, and I paid attention more to coaching because I could have a bigger effect on kids, teams as a coach than sometimes even as a player. So yeah, and that's my 10 year 10 year of coachings of what I've been doing.
You started young, man. How old were you when you took the exam or that course we took in Ventura, the coaching course?
So the course we had took, I was 18. I didn't take it once I turned 18 because I was still playing club. That was in 2014. So 2014, I had just turned 18, or no, 2013. Yeah. Anyways, I was still playing club and coaching. I was coaching AYSO with my sister at first too, before she went to club. So I dabbled with it a little bit. Taking some AYSO teams, even my little brother taking his AYSO teams and just like coaching, just having fun. And never really found it as a profession and as a job and as a career. Then when I turned 18, then when I had my first knee surgery, I was like, what can I do to still be involved in the sport and you still be happy and still, do things? And it was coaching. So I was probably 18 and a half when I did it. And I grabbed the first one it was Ventura. And I live in Long Beach, so I did the two, like an hour or 2 hours, whatever it was, to go to Ventura, spending at the hotel, did it. Yeah, that was it. And that's where I met you and a couple other people.
You've been you started young, dude, and that's a very good age because you get to become more familiar and you have more time to grow. With the other coaches, dude, it's been amazing to see like Memo. I'm not sure if you remember Memo. He went up to Santa Clarita,
Hmm.
and now I think he's coaching at Antelope College. But just to see cats that continue to progress in the game, man. Me da mucho placer. It's very cool to see that, man. Going back to First Touch, I thought you started that, dude. I thought that was your company.
Nah, 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 nah. No, these guys, First Touch Soccer is run
Oh,
by a guy named Sam Hunt and
okay.
Harry Doyle, and those are the main guys. You know, it's just, you say that probably because I do everything. You know, I'm always on. They're always probably posting a lot. You know,
Yeah.
but that's, you know, shout out to them. I'm always on their everything, all over their Instagram. You know, but no, it's no, they started that, I believe, in like 17 or 16. So they're
Okay.
going on their fifth or fourth year, and I caught them like right in the beginning. You know, caught them right in the beginning, and I've been with them ever
Mhm.
since. And it's like I said, it's been a cool trip. You know, I've been taken care of. And when you leave from Galaxy, you know, people say, "Man, you left Galaxy to go here or whatever." It's like, yeah, but the growth I've had in the company I have now won't compare to the growth that I had where I was at before. And that's being straight up. That's being so honest. The people that you interact with, the parents,
Yeah.
they're great people. You know, they're fantastic people. They, you know, different careers they could help you out with. People could help you out with a lot. You know, Galaxy, I remember, you know, Galaxy, there was not that parent interaction I was having a little bit that I have now, which is good. You're networking as well. I was training when you're at Galaxy, and I was training with doing the watching camps for the Leicester. Leicester came by. I got to see, you know, Danny Simpson, who was there, Emmanuel Heskey. You know, I got to see some of the guys who were training. They helped us do a training session.
Mhm.
But, you know, they don't remember me. They're not going to remember me. But where the parents are now and the coaches, they're going to remember me. It's a smaller community, and I benefit from that. And that's a one thing that the community base for First Touch has built and continue to building has been amazing. Like I said, it's the growth on and off the field that I probably wouldn't get probably anywhere else.
That's badass. So you're at AYSO then, right?
Yeah,
AYSO United. That's
yeah,
a
it
good
was so United.
program, dude. Mhm.
Yeah.
But
A lot of people, a lot of the parents, and it's, I don't know if it's just like how I see it as a coach, you probably feel the same way, but your established names are, you know, your nomads, pateadores, strikers, slammers, you know, your beach now. Those are like established names. Now, a lot of coaches, you know, you got to hustle and you got to make your grind, and people just sign players just to sign players. Hey, like I said, I respect that. But, you know, AY So United meant what we've been doing now that we've expanded and we have a great philosophy behind it, we have a great community behind us. People get lost in the translation. Well, you're still AYSO. You're still AYSO. It's like we build a bridge for AYSO players to get there, but it's not. I'm not a dad coach. You know, I'm not your slammers and things like that. We're actually here developing players. We have a brilliant player pathway, and people just want to say, well, are you slammers or are you strikers? Are you pats or you're not? Like, no, we're AYSO. And then they kind of like ease away. But the people that stay and the people that really know that really are dedicated to us, people say like, damn, this is probably one of the best coaches we ever had. This coach is great. These players are great. This is what we stand by. Everything. We're just continuing to expand, and we're gonna keep expanding.
it's all fairly new. I'm talking about a couple of years, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah, yeah, very
the
new.
the fact that it's that new and it's already gaining that much momentum, man, what takes most clubs years.
Mhm.
That says a lot. But at the end of the day, man, what I love to see is just those kids, and I'm sure it's for every coach, including you, man. Just those kids smile, get better, and then especially for the ones from like low income communities, get the hell out the hood and go kick a ball. Therapy when it comes to changing in lifestyle,
Mhm.
and when it comes to most importantly a potential opportunity down the road, man, even if it's just a partial scholarship to a 4-year institute, they got something right there where most cats don't. That's sick, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
We got a 2006 squad. I'm in Santa Monica. Remind me to chop it up with you after all of this, man, to see if we could set up a potential scrimmage down the road, man. That'd be sick.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I don't mind taking a trip to Santa Monica. I don't know who's gonna coach my boys, but I'll go.
No, man, everything's opening up now.
Yeah.
Everything's opening up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't got.
I think they know how to do their warm ups. They know how to do their warm ups. They know they're starting at 11. That's it.
I'll just pass by, man.
Yeah. You guys good? You guys good? Something you want. So,
Before I get to the next question, what are some challenges? And I'm sure it's been similar for every coach, dude. What are some challenges that you have stumbled across when it comes to players who want to keep a commitment to the team, but it's difficult with COVID? How the style of coaching has changed? Because I'm sure it's been a little challenging on your end as well, man, if not a lot. You know.
Yeah. So, it's hard. You got to keep the players, interactive and going. The first couple months were hard because you're doing everything via Zoom and you can't even go outside. And you got to find a way to have these kids to have this motivation to come back. Um, my thing was always says, guys, this is temporary. It's not forever. We're going to come back. This is something that's everybody's on hold. It's not just you. It's me. It's not just me. It's my mom. It's not just me. It's my dad. It's everybody. Everybody's affected in some way or matter. Um, so having that confidence in just reading it, like, hey, like it may be boring, but you know, people had to suffer first in order to find success. So just think this is the pressure that we're getting before we become a diamond. Um, by far, by coaching has been the hardest. I don't want to say hard, most challenging part because at least for our club, we do everything by the books. We want to make sure that we're not taking our permits are not taken away. We want to make sure that everybody's safe and things like that. Um, so my first couple of weeks, I had to dress up in a hazard suit and
No.
coach. I'm just joking. Oh,
I was like, yo, hey, I
oh,
was gonna say we could edit this out, dude, but you ain't gotta come.
oh, no, 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 but no, what we had to
Woo.
no, but what we had to do, even for first sets when we do camps, we had to, our higher ups from AYSO United to our curriculum, we developed over 100 activities of social distancing practices,
And I
and
believe that. I
we've been
believe that.
yeah,
Mhm.
and we've been doing social distancing practices since an extent of like 6 months, 6 to 8 months of non-contact. Now it's hard because these these girls or my boys are doing non-social distance practices with me twice a week, but then they could go to their trainer on Friday, or they know friends from other club. Well, they're doing scrimmages, they're doing this, they're doing that, and you got parents. I was like, look, do you not think I want to do this as well?
Mhm.
Do you not think that? And I remember the first couple weeks when everybody was allowed to go back to play, somebody got caught scrimmaging and were kicked out of CSL. And it's like we're in a pandemic. There's just something we don't know about. Let's just chill. Like I trust me. Like you don't think I want to play? Like you don't think I miss going out even doing this? Like yeah, I do, but I rather do this safe so we when we come to the time that we're doing everything right.
Mhm.
And it's hard even in Long Beach because we would be practicing social distance practice at one side of the park, and then the other side of the park, the other organization is not, and giving no crap about it. And it's like tattletale. It's like we don't like it's so it's hard. It was very very hard for us because like I said, we're doing so much to do social distance practices. Even now, even so that I got cleared, I'm still at a certain park that they're not allowing contact.
We got the limitations where we got to only do 5v5, and obviously the kids are wearing masks.
Yeah.
So I've played, man. When we're low on numbers, I put on the mask, and as much as I hate saying this, you feel the difference wearing a
Mhm.
mask, dude. And you got those people who are on the alert, trying to find, maybe I'm saying too much, but trying to find anybody who has their mask like right here, one right here. They're just like taking pictures. So, dude, I've been on. I've dealt with both sides of the parents,
Yeah.
and it's been very interesting because they want you to agree with them. You got those who are saying this is chaotic. Like I still feel kind of sketch bringing my son here or my daughter here, but I really want them to play and get the hell out the house. And then you got those saying, man, this is a scam. This is
Mhm.
made up. So
Scandemic.
the scandemic, the plan. They called it the plandemic. You got to cater to both crowds, dude, in order to get their son or their daughter to have that smile on the face and stay fit. So
Yeah, exactly. I just like I said, the parents that want to get the parents that want to get their kids out and are scared. I said, look, our club is being watched over like a Hawkeye, we send you everything that what we do, like everything social distances, like, and none of us, got, knock on wood, we haven't got touched. And yeah, and for me, I feel like in your area, it's probably a little more strict than where I'm at. I'm more by Orange County. In Orange County, it's like its own little, country, and it's crazy. I know for you now out in LA, it must be a lot more strict than it is over here.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
know?
absolutely. We gotta wear masks. I'm sure you guys do too. We gotta spray the cones. We gotta check the temp every time they walk into the field.
Huh.
We gotta make sure that the kids, especially the little kids who are very affectionate, they love to hug each other and they just like that affection because they lacked it for so long. It's been a curse and a blessing, and more of a blessing because you get to continue to do what you love to do because it becomes addicting when you love the game, and you love to give back. We got to for sure get that scrimmage and get some grub afterwards, dude. We got a little restaurant across the street. So
You guys play at Aviation?
I used to play at Aviation here in Manhattan Beach. No, no, no. We play at the Santa Monica Airport,
Oh, okay. I know that restaurant right across the street.
right across the street. Yep.
I know that they have good fish and chips. I think it's really good.
Very fortunate to have those fields, man.
Nice.
We'll for
Yeah, we'll
sure
get
chop
that.
it up
We'll,
and
we'll link up definitely.
so my next topic, man, what have you noticed that has been challenging and beneficial today? And this is without considering 2020 COVID.
Man, as a player,
Hmm.
video games, bro. My story is on how I got soccer more into my blood and things like that. So was growing up, I actually played baseball first. I'm a huge baseball fan. Huge baseball fan. I was playing AYSO, and this guy was on my team one season. He was on a breakaway. All he had to do was just pass it, a sweaty goal. We'd go to the final, I think it was, or semifinal. But he told me, "No, you suck." And I was like, "Oh, what the heck?" I was like, "Damn, that's just pretty sad." After
Yeah.
that game, I told my dad, my parents, I'm not playing baseball anymore. I'm committed to soccer. Since
Wow.
then, this is being not cocky, but more confidence. Now I would consider myself a crack, but the people who don't consider myself a crack are the ones that probably play their whole life, and I know I'm better than now because they don't have the strive and dedication that I had to be to the player I am today. These kids now,
Mhm.
like I get it. Like I play video games, I play FIFA, I play Call of Duty, whatever, but I want to get off of that. Like I want to be better because even though like I wanted to be better than this friend, or I want to be considered one of these types of people, how do I do? I gotta be dedicated. And some of these players now, I mean, some of them we meet, it's like it's not. I don't want to say it. Maybe I don't want to. You told me not to bring COVID in, but I don't know if it is COVID. But it's you should have that drive. And I tell them too as now as a mentor. It's like whether it's soccer, whether it's baseball, whether it's you want to be an influencer, whatever it is, you have to have a dedication to it to do it.
Mhm.
And it doesn't make sense for me to give you my 50% and you give me your 10 out of practice and I expect you to have something at the end. It has to be 50-50, has to be I'm giving you all my energy, you give me yours, and you could be successful. I don't know, maybe some of these kids don't. I don't want to say some of the kids have it and some of the kids don't. And I think maybe the video games, maybe outside influence, has a big calling because you could get caught up. I'll be caught up sometimes. I'm like, damn, I just played like 4 hours of video games. What the hell am I doing with my life? You know, what am I doing with my life? You know, I could have been working out. I could have wrote an essay that was,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could have wrote an essay that I should have turned back in 8th grade. I could have done that. Um,
yeah.
but like I said, my story was I was driven, and maybe some kids are soft, but I was driven to get to the point where I was at.
What did you say? It's okay to say it, man, because you have good intentions. Some kids are what?
But troncos or don't
Yeah.
have any. It's
Some
not
kids.
tronco because the thing is I could be a tronco. I could not be that good,
Mhm.
but I could still want to take that kid who's not good because they want to get better.
They want to try harder, dude.
Try hard. You want to do your best. And my thing is, I don't like to, I should practice what I preach on certain things. But I tell the kids, you should take away try and you should do your best. Because if I told you I'm gonna try to do this, it means it's half-ass. It's not gonna be there. But whether if I tell you I'm gonna do my best, it makes me the person you tell me that they actually did their best. Where you asked me today, you said, "Hey, I'll try to be there. Well, I'll do my best to be there." I think it's more better to say I'll do your best to be there because you're making your way, you're making the attempt, to get there. Whether I try, it's like, well, I'll see what my day goes. I'll try
I
it.
see how I feel today. You
You
know.
know?
Yep. Yep. The way I look at it, man, is so check this out. When I was playing, the game was different, more
Hmm.
physical. There was more shit talking.
Hmm.
You were, and you went through that as well. I could
Yeah.
imagine, man. And it could get violent at times, man. But we remember that club was an opportunity to move up.
Hmm.
This wasn't like when I started playing in the South Central League, where
Hmm.
if you're not bleeding, you didn't do anything. This
Yeah.
was an opportunity because there was only one, maybe two, lucky to get three teams in your area. So
Hmm.
if you made that team, and back then there wasn't no A team or B team. Back then there was just one team, dude.
Yeah.
So if you made this team, it's because you either work your ass off, you weren't there yet, or you had it and you were ready for the next level. Right?
Yes.
Today, everybody has an opportunity.
Yes.
Okay. And now we got a lot of and I don't have the numbers yet, but we got a good number of bronze players, which is great because I love the sport and I love kids who are playing baseball, playing football, and they want to try soccer, right? This is an opportunity for us to grow as a nation too. Like the sport is growing and growing and growing, right?
Hmm.
MLS has did a pretty good job in getting the players that we recognize, right? But it kind of hurts, man, as a coach sometimes, right? And it's difficult to say that because the way I look at it, as I told you, is kind of like a gym membership, dude. You're gonna have some dude that's like 300 pounds. You don't expect them to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
You got, and if you're 300 pounds, I fucking give you props for showing up to the gym because you want to get better. You want to be a part of something,
Exactly.
right? So if you're 300 pounds, you earn my respect by showing up, by having it in you, by
Yeah.
having it in you to show up to the table, to the field, right? Now all you got to do is work your ass off.
Yeah.
But I feel that somewhere along the way, and I would love to, because I've been observing a lot about technology. We didn't have that as much. You know what I mean? There's a lot of games. There's a lot of stuff to get distracted, which is a curse and a blessing too. But if you have that, man, just give it 100%. You know. And I think what that's what I was gonna tell you. Psychologically, these kids have changed,
Hmm.
and there's nothing wrong with emotional intelligence as long as you use it to your advantage, dude. And my heart goes out to players that are going through a hard time. We
Hmm.
could only imagine what some of them are going through.
Hmm.
So it's a tricky thing as to how you talk to some of them, you know.
Yeah.
But
That's what I learned as a
yeah,
coach.
that's what I think, and I'm not sure if you agree with that, and you could agree to disagree.
Yeah. A lot of, I mean, for me, yeah, I agree because like I said, it's in other words, some of the kids are either soft or not soft,
Hmm.
and I would want them to, like I said, to have a strive and have a stuff like that. And you know, I actually tried out for a UPSL team the other day, and we had,
Good. Okay.
yeah, I know. Um, and I'm talking with one of the players. He's like, "Oh, we're going back and forth, big egos going in, and and it's kind of the same way. You're being too selfish." And I was like, "Well, I could tell you, you're not making this run. You're doing it over here, and you got your hands in your pants, and I'm trying to make shit happen. What are you doing?" You know, that's the kind of stuff that I kind of feed off. And you're right. There's a competitiveness in you that should strive, but at the same time, for me, when I was coaching at Jordan, how I talk to you, yelling at you, you can probably take it, and I'm gonna do it. But if I yell at somebody else, they're gonna go into the shell and they go into the game and they're not gonna do it. And
Mm.
they're mentally psyched out. And you don't know, and you're right, you don't know what they're going through. And as a coach, sometimes I have a kid who's going through some crazy stuff right now. And I told him, like, you want a week off? Go ahead. You want the next week off? Go ahead.
Yo.
You wanna talk to me about it? Come through. Don't mind it.
Yeah.
Talk to me after practice before. I don't mind it, you know, because you're not only there just a coach, you're there to be a life mentor in certain ways. Some coaches, bro, they don't they don't get it, bro. They
No.
don't no coaches has ever grown up and my parents are split. My parents are separated. I live in the nice side of Lakewood, and then I used to go on the weekends to Northside Long Beach with my dad at. And I used to see, how kids were reacting. I was like, and then I used to go play see ghetto league teams play and see how they react. Like, damn, what's this white boy coming from Lakewood? He don't know how to act now. Some coaches now, they don't get that, bro. They don't see. They can't. My dad. If I could tell my dad's story to somebody, one of my coaches now or before, and they'd say this was my life, they'd be like, oh shit, like, what do you want me to say? They don't know how to adapt, and you gotta adapt. You gotta adapt to certain situations, bro. Because like you said, some kids want it and they have, something in the past that, you know, pushes them. For myself, there's some kids who don't want it and they're soft, but you could tap into that and see if you could change them mentality like that, whether it's soccer or not. But like you said, it is a blessing and a curse that certain things are here. And like I said, video games, bro, we used to play outside. We used to jump fences and not knowing that's a working out.
I remember that.
We used to go play tag and you're like running suicide. And I remember I used to play tag and then go to practice and like, all right, we're doing suicides. Like, oh my God, suicides. I'm like, hey, I'm actually kind of good at this.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of good. I can run. Yeah, because, I'm out, playing tag, jumping fences, riding bikes, you know, working out.
It's fun. People forget that it's fun. Some people get too psyched out, you know? They get too psyched out, and it really does get into the head. And you know what? I, as a like ex player, I try to play pro. I understand what it's like, man, when you show up to the field and you thought on your block or in your park or in your city you were a big name. You were at least at the very least recognized. And then you go somewhere else and there's a bunch of cracks.
Yeah.
They with their left foot and the right foot. They got a nice cross and a shot. And you come here saying, I'm a great crosser, let's say.
Mhm.
I'm a great tactician. But that ain't enough. These guys got speed. These guys got this. So
Yeah.
I've been there mentally. I've been there where it's like, what are you gonna do now? So if you let it affect you enough, you done fucked up. You messed up, man.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is to any players who are listening to this, the fact that you showed up to the field, that says a lot.
Yeah.
You made 50% of the job. You know, now just
Exactly.
now just give it another 50% in effort.
Yeah, most definitely. I totally agree with you on that.
My next question, dude, is, and you've heard it a billion times, and you probably have a certain way of looking at it, right? Is what does it take to become a better player, and most importantly, pro?
Back to like what I was doing. So 2017, I wasn't necessarily trying to go pro, but I got my knee done. I was feeling good. I was feeling fit. This was, now that I tell people, this is probably really crazy to me. So
Mhm.
my week would go out Sunday, play 3 games. Monday, I would play a game, AV8 at a StubHub.
Mhm.
And then Tuesday, play a pickup. Wednesday, play another 11v11 game in the Ghetto League.
Okay.
Thursday, another pickup. And then Friday and Saturday were kind of like my days off, but I was still going to the gym every day.
Yeah.
My thing is, yeah, my thing was I was trying to compete with my friends, compete with those cracks I knew in high school and out who were playing college, because I wanted, like I said, I wanted to be one of them. I wanted to be considered in that class.
Mhm. Mhm.
But if I really wanted to go pro, if I really wanted to stretch that, I'd cut down my games. I'd still go to the gym. I dissect the stuff that I need to do. I would say, because I always ate right. I'm always about my health. But do I need to really be playing 3 games with these, with my tios and and my tios and my cuñados on that, whatever they are, and my primos on a Sunday, or can I just take that day off and then can I go to do a combine? Can I go do a combine? Can I go here? Can I go to Vegas? Can I do this? You know, how can I present myself? How do I want to make that coach want me? And that's a further things that I would do. If I'm even now, even if you're 25, even if you're 18 and you're out of high school, you're in college and you're still trying to make it, you work out every day. No, listen to your body. Know when to stop. Eat right. And
Mhm.
your last thing is you got to look at combines. You're gonna be like, okay, what combine is allowing this age from this age? Is this open trials? Where does it eat? Where can I do this? There's a ton of combines out there. I think there's one combine that one of our coaches works at. It's the PSCS combine, and they're signing kids like crazy. They signed actually a couple kids from AYSO United in Arizona, and they're playing pro in Europe. So it's there,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, you got to want it, and you got to find that dissect. There's everything now is on the internet. So your diet you can find on the internet. Your working routine, your all that's on the internet. And then another thing, don't be afraid to reach out to people that you know have done it. And my friend, one of my good friends, his name is Manny. He's played academy with Galaxy. He's played at Houston Dynamo, and now he is. I think he's a free agent. He was going to Europe. Like he sends and he tells me all the time. He's like, yeah, man. My agent sends out videos of me playing. I work out every day. He goes to the beach, run 2 miles every day. You gotta be consistent, and consistency is key, no matter what, bro. No
Mm-hmm.
matter what you do in your life. So that's my, like I said, my 2 cents. Don't be, and that's another thing. Don't be afraid to ask people how to get better as well. If you feel if I go to combine one and combine one didn't like me, or combine two liked me, in that time when I was going to combine two, I gotta go to combine one to the guys who were looking at me, the scouts. What'd you write on there? What can I do to get better? For when I go to combine 2 and 3, I can show you that I improved on that. Because that right there does take a long way. That the kids, this on my note, I put Ruben did so shitty, but he asked at the end, what can he could do to get better? Let's see what's hold him accountable in the next time. That's another thing probably to me. You gotta hold yourself accountable on certain things.
You gotta step up.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of numbers there, man. You got to stand out by really wanting to socialize with them and see what you got to work on, man. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that. So yeah, I heard gym, diet, combine, right? Training on your own, of course. I like the fact of playing, but you got to be careful how many games, like you said. You got
Mm-hmm.
to be careful who you're playing with, and you got to be honest with you. Are you playing with a bunch of left-footed players? And what I mean by that, like not good left-footed players, like
Yeah.
players that don't have too much experience. That's fun
Mm-hmm.
and that's beneficial, but to a certain extent.
My thing too. I remember my friends always make fun of me for this. Is
Yeah.
that when I was 14, 13, when we didn't have iPhones, I used to record on my flip phone, like on a sidekick or envy, videos on YouTube, like on how to take free kicks. And I would get my ball, go to the high school down the street, Lakewood High School, climb the fence because they had the potaria open, shoot, record my free kicks, and I would compare them later on with free kicks. And I used to go to my friends, hey, look at this free kick I banged. They're like, fool, there's no goalie there. I was like, I know, but hey, I still banged it in. Working on But then when it came down to game time, I was banging them in. So there's always a way.
You got haters.
If I could go on my flip phone at your guys' age and go to the park with one
Yeah.
ball, how come you
Yep,
can't go with your iPhone? The phone you have now to go do this.
exactly. I really want to get the most out of a coach to player and a coach to coach. I feel like you said it was very important that some coaches, some of them, they really don't. I appreciate them stepping up to the plate, but it's not like AYSO. This is a next level thing, especially for Latino coaches who have that very much old school rough way of coaching. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, man. If you could dive a little bit deeper into the coaching and what your 2 cents are for the coaches now, man, and
Um,
what is expected, dude.
I remember when I first started coaching, I wanted to, like, let's say, play out the back.
Hmm.
And it goes back to I just had too many left players. I had too many troncos.
Yeah.
You got to set your ego aside, and you really got to adapt. And that's going to make you a better coach. You're when you adapt to the players that you have, makes you probably one of the best coaches you can ever be, because can't play tiki taka or full press with a team that doesn't have it. Um, Mario Kempes always says when he's always broadcasting, like, cuando no hay técnica, no hay táctica. And when no hay táctica, no hay técnica. And you gotta have the technical footwork to do that. I can't go into a team and expect them to do this when they don't have it. You know, every parent wants, oh, we need to be playing on the back. We need to be playing on the back. I was like, did you just not catch Allison Becker just pass it to the other people against Manchester City the other day? Those are pros that get paid what to do. Like they make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but you gotta adapt. You gotta work to your kid's best ability. It doesn't mean you can't play the back till later, but you gotta teach them. You gotta be okay. And not every kid is you.
Yeah.
Not every kid is you. Not every kid is Ruben. Not every kid who has that, that fast learning or is a slow learner. And that's the main thing. You gotta be my number one is you have to adapt. You have to adapt. Um, I remember working with Boca out here in Long Beach. And
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
Boca they were the Boca club team, but the Argentines they were just on it, boom, doing this, doing that, and these kids wanted it. And most of them were Latino, and the Latinos are they're really really strong about that, about the aggressiveness and the technica, all that stuff. Like you said, you gotta have a drive, and but all the coaches I learned, they were doing the basic stuff, but the intensity of the sessions were high, and they were like, okay, go, 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 go. My thing is too, it's like it's us crazy. It's like as a coach, you got to let them be able to make mistakes because they're never going to learn.
Mm.
Make it, let them make a mistake, and you tell them after how can we do it, and you hold them accountable because like let's say if I'm in a game and I take a bad shot, and like keep, I know I took a bad shot. Let me get that one back so I can redo it. No, the next time you gotta, hey, Johnny, you hit it with the outside of the foot, okay? And they're like, yeah, no, okay. Remember, now you know. Let's see at the next one. Let's do your best to make the next one, okay? You can't be screaming top bins every time. Lay that pass out. You gotta adapt to certain things. So my thing is, as a coach, is like let them make the mistakes, but teach them how to fix the mistakes. Let them realize, and sometimes let them coach themselves to fix it. Um, and if they don't get it, you dissect it. And like I said, a lot of coaches want to stick to this style and that style only and don't adapt. And you see it in the pros. You see it all the time. And like I said, you got to set your ego aside because one, they're not like you. Two, they never grew up playing with you. They never grew up in your era. And three, they just have a different mentality. But
Different
how can you
style.
change the mentality? How can you compare them to get the most out of them? So my thing is too, I remember when I was coaching my brother, Fortnite was massive. And I said, guys, you guys are not talking. But I know when you guys go home and play Fortnite, you guys are on the mics and talking all the time. What do we got to do? You guys got to talk. How can you talk? Put your mics on. Pretend you're playing Fortnite. This is your squad. You guys got to, what's the end goal? Battle Royale, finishing number one. How do we finish number one? Scoring more goals. How do you do that? Work as a what? Squad, team. What do we got to do? Communicate. Help each other out. Since then, like people, like you gotta figure it out. I'm not gonna compare kids. Kids don't know what Rugrats are. Kids don't know. Like
That was
Digimon.
the show.
I take time like, okay, what do kids like? What do kids like? What can I compare that to? Where they can like, oh, this coach is cool, but he made me come down to this. Like he went down here, so I can understand it. So
You do your homework.
yeah,
Your homework, and you find out, how you could tie it in. The other day, I got checked in a good way, man. I kept
yeah.
referring to Xavi and Iniesta, and
Uh,
as much as they're legends, and there's a bunch of other midfielders, but when as much as they were at the top at one point, they're no longer here.
yeah,
So the one of the coaches told me once the play was done is that, hey, dude, you got to look for players that you could recognize. Instead of saying Ronaldinho, say Mbappe, right?
yeah.
Like things like, and I'm like, dude, you're right. You're 100% right. So, bro, I'm happy we were able to get through all of it, man. I wish you nothing but the best, dude, and I really look forward to having a scrimmage soon with you, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, boss, man. Un gran abrazo. Thank you so much for being a part of this, man.
Fuerte abrazo a todos. But I appreciate it, bro. Especially you, bro. Especially you. Day one right there, bro. Day
There you
one.
go.